Hey guys, I'm back. I can't remember my last video, but so I was engaged. So let me get that out there. So flash forward to when me and him meet in March, May. We didn't when I met him. I wasn't looking for anything. I didn't want anything. It was just I just wanted friends. I was over the dating stuff. I was bored, tired of the games, all that bullshit. So we talked for 2 weeks, I think, 2-3 weeks. We met on Meet Me, and so everything was fine. We were hitting it off. Shit was great. We were it was great. He was perfect, whatever. And I saw myself starting to fall for him, and I was like, fuck, this is not what I wanted to happen. I don't want a relationship, but it was just we were, both came into it as not wanting something, not wanting friends with benefits, not wanting a relationship, nothing. And he lived out of state. He lived in Ohio. So, we were flirting. It was just harmless flirting, whatever. And then I started getting attached, as I always fucking do, because I'm a dumb bitch. And he eventually asked me to be his girlfriend. So I'm like, fuck yeah, sure, whatever. I was really happy. Things were going great. It was the 25th, March 25th is when we started dating. And within the first 2 weeks of us dating, from the time that we met till we started dating, and then a little bit after we started dating, he sent me money. I didn't ask for it. He sent me $60 because I was a little short on rent and I needed gas money. Then a week later, I think it was, or a couple days later, he sent me $100 because I told him that I wanted to get my nails done, but I had to wait till payday. So he sent me $100 to get my nails done. Obviously, that was way more than what my nails cost, and I got food with it. And then he sent me, the last time he sent me money was $120 because I told him not to send me money. So he did it just because I told him not to. He bought me my dream ring. I would show it to y'all, but I don't know where it is. My room is clean. I could care less where the fuck it's at this point. I was just gonna take the stone out and turn it into a necklace or something because it's a cute ring. It's my dream ring, but I don't want it because he gave it to me. So everything's fine. We video chat every single night. We fall asleep on the phone together. We video chat every single night. Blah blah blah. He makes plans to move up here. I didn't ask him to. I was like, oh, it'd be cool if he we joking around or whatever. He's like, yeah, I'll move up here. It's I was like, I wish you still lived up here so that way I can see you. And he's like, I'll just move up there then. So he was supposed to move up here the 14th, June 14th, because it was the week of my birthday. My birthday is June 19th. So that Monday, which was the 14th, he was supposed to catch his flight at night. He missed his flight. So obviously me, being the damaged person that I am, made it seem to me in my head, I was like, okay, you missed it on purpose. You don't want to be with me. You don't want to move up here. Blah, 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 blah. Because he had a ticket before, but he said that they never sent him the ticket because they overbooked the flight, so they had to cancel it. I was like, okay, normally if they cancel, if the airline has to cancel your flight because they overbooked it or cancel your ticket, they usually give you a new ticket, give you credits, or give you an upgrade for free on your next ticket. They don't won't make you pay for another ticket. They'll refund you and all this other shit. He's like, no, they said because there's no refund policy. I was like, yeah, that's if you cancel it. So that was like the red flag starting right there. And then he missed his flight, and I was like, you know what time rush hour is? Wouldn't you leave before rush hour so you can get there? So what if you have to sit at the airport for like 3 extra hours? Like, they should be there to make, the flight. So after that, I was like offering to come down and pick him up. I was like, just give me like $150 for gas, and I'll come get you. And he's like, no, I don't want your car to break down when you get, on your way here. And he was just making up all these excuses. And then that's when my damage ass was like, okay, he's making up these excuses because he knows that if I drive down there, he can't really, and I know where he lives, he can't really make up excuses on like, oh, I missed my flight or I can't, whatever, because I'll be pounding on that door. So he was supposed to get paid that Thursday and then see if he could get a flight Thursday, Friday, or even possibly Saturday morning. Well, come Thursday, he's like, oh, my account is locked because of fraud, because he bought 2 tickets back to back, and like he made some big purchases. So they like, I was like, okay, well, just take the money out of your account, like transfer the money to my account, and I'll just get the ticket for you. And he's like, no, my account's locked too. And I was like, usually if your card is locked, like your credit card or your bank card is locked because of fraud, your bank account is not. So that was another red flag, but my dumbass was, I was still thinking about this in my head, but so then we kind of get into an argument Friday night, and he thinks that it was an argument. It wasn't. He was like, oh, I told him that I was going to go to bed because he was spending time with his mom. I was like, spend time with your mom. It's fine. I'm just going to go to bed because I have work in the morning. I'm tired. So he thought it was just me being upset because he was spending time with his mom. But it's not. It was just me being, bitch, I'm tired. I go, spend time with your mom. I'm going to bed. So we get into a huge fight. We didn't fall asleep on the phone. And Saturday was my birthday. Didn't hear from him all fucking day. At all. So obviously I'm fucking feeling some type of way because it's like, you're the one person that I want to speak to on my birthday, the one person I want to hear from on my birthday. And I have people on Facebook that I've never spoken to before wishing me a happy birthday, but the one person I actually want to wish me a happy birthday and the one person I actually want to talk to is not talking to me. So like, I flip out on him. I'll admit it. I don't care. But it's just like, he's like, at midnight, he finally messages me. He was like, oh, I was working all day. I was like, you didn't tell me that you got a job, because he quit prior to Monday. He quit both of his jobs. Like, he put in his 2 weeks in Sunday, I think, was like his last day. Sunday or Saturday was his last day. Like, so after that, he was trying to find a temporary job until he can get the money to fly up here. I was like, well, you didn't tell me that you found a new job, last time I knew you were looking for it. And he's like, well, I would have told you yesterday if you didn't flip out on me. So at this point, I want to punch him in his fucking face. So he breaks up with me on my birthday. And so I'm like, okay, I was crying, obviously. Like, I was like fucking living. My best friend in Florida, she wants to murder him. I'm like, join the fucking club. So that whole week, I wasn't really eating much. I wasn't, I just wanted to sleep. I was just crying. I wasn't eating much because I was depressed. Like, I just lost my whole, world. The ring came while we broke up. Or no, did it come after? It came after. So the week after he broke up with me, the 24th, the 25th and the 26th was last scare at House of Horrors, which is the house, the haunted house that I worked at. We closed permanently because we lost our lease. So that's a whole another video. So I do the final scare because I'm like, I need to get my mind off of it. So that Friday, there was a dude there that looked exactly like him. I damn near lost my shit. I was like, that just ruined my day. So halfway into my shift, I'm like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna scare. I'm gonna be a fucking scare actor. I'm not gonna work the freaking animatronic. I'm gonna be a scare. I ended up leaving early Friday because my back locked up and I couldn't fucking breathe. I was about to throw up. I couldn't move, nothing. I was in so much fucking pain. I didn't have any of my payments. So come Saturday, I come in there. I'm in like a whole ass mood. Like at this point, I'm not over Jace. At that point, I I gave up on trying to like get him back because like, I didn't hear from him, nothing. I was like, you know what, fuck you. So I'm flirting with my coworker. That's coming up, but so I get in there. I'm in a whole mood. I'm like in the best mood ever. Like nothing can faze me. I get my makeup done. I'm like, I have daddy written on my tits. My boobs are taped up because I didn't want to wear a freaking bra because I don't have any like bras that aren't visible. Like I have black bras, but they always have like stuff on them, and they have like white, and I didn't want to be seen. So I just taped whatever. So at the end of the night, you know, I leave, whatever. The next day, I'm flirting with my coworker from Holland, and which is a Sunday, and I'm feeling great. He's like, he was. The thing is, he was there during the entire breakup, trying to help me like get out of the house and help me. Like he wanted me to vent to him all the time. He wanted me to be like, he was gonna help me and Jace get back together. He wanted to message Jace and try to get us back together. He was trying to help me and Jace get back together. And he was there during the relationship. I'm like, hey, I'm feeling this type of way. What should I do? Like, how should I go about telling him, like, talking to him about this? Like, he was my backbone, basically. He was there trying to, like, so I don't say something stupid and screw up. He was there trying to, like, if I was overreacting about something, I ran to him. Like, hey, like, this is how I'm feeling. How do I express this to Jace without sounding crazy or, whatever? How do I word it? So we're flirting, and then I needed to go to, it was like 11 or something that night, and I was like, I need to go to bed. I need to get up and go to work in the morning. So as I'm about to go to bed, Jace messaged me. A cold shock just like went over my fucking body. Like I was shaking, like I was cold, but I wasn't because it was summer. It was hot as balls. So I'm like, this is June 27th at this point, and I'm shaking. I'm like sick to my stomach, and because 2 nights before, I think it was either a night or 2 nights before, I had a dream that Jace was gonna message me at trying to work things out, and then he did. So we're talking, blah 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 blah. We get back together. He says that he regrets. Like a couple days later, I asked, hey, like I know we don't talk about the breakup. We're not acknowledging it. We're not acknowledging that it happened. Whatever. But I was like, when did you realize that you screwed up and that you wanted me back? He's like, oh, 3 to 4 hours after it happened. And when I calmed down, I'm like, then why the fuck did you wait a whole ass like week to get back to me? He's like, oh, because I thought you were mad at me and didn't want to talk to me, bitch. So anyways, at that point, we still celebrated our 1 month anniversary, whatever. We go back to being, engaged but not engaged. Like I couldn't wear the ring he bought me because he wanted to put it on me himself. But I wore like the little cheapy one that I got from Walmart as like a placeholder. So like we went back to like how everything was. We were engaged, but like only select 3 people knew, like me, him, and his mom, because he wanted to do like some big thing when he moved up here. So things kind of go back to normal at this point. Like we don't video chat at night, which kind of upset me because like that's. But like we've the entire time like we video chatted maybe like 4 or 5 times. He's still talking about moving up here, but like he wants to he just got his jobs back. and that he was gonna wait until like he got enough vacation time and come up here for a couple days, and then move up here probably at the end of the year. So, I'm planning I start planning the wedding, whatever. I asked him the one day, and he got like mad, like literally like mad, because I asked him if he wanted me to stop planning the wedding. I was like, well, I don't know, like, what's going on in your head. Like, I feel like I'm skating on ice. Like, he would think that something was wrong if I didn't like blow up his phone like every single day, like with like 20,000 TikToks or whatever. So I would do that. Because like it seemed like I on TikTok, like everything like reminded me of him. So I'm like, oh, I'm just sharing it to him while he's at work, and then he just looks at it when he gets home. So a week before he died, I'm getting to this. I swear, but like, there's like a whole bunch of like back. It's just like a whole bunch of back stuff that like adds up. So it was a Wednesday. He died July 14th. So this was the 7th, July 7th. He was acting kind of weird, and I was like, what's wrong? And he's like, oh, I'm just not feeling good. I was like, are you mad at me because you haven't really talked to me? He's like, no, I'm just sick and working a lot. And I was like, well, I'm scared to lose you. And then he's like, okay, like whatever. So I didn't hear from him for the rest of that night after he because he had to go to work, and I was at work. So usually he texts me when he gets home from work. Didn't hear from him Wednesday, like when he got home. Didn't hear from him all Thursday. Didn't hear from him Friday. Didn't hear from him all day Saturday, except for like 10 minutes. I spoke with him for 10 minutes on Saturday. And the last message I got from him was like, oh, I'm so lucky to have you. I'm the lucky one to have someone like you in my life. Okay. Didn't hear from him Sunday. Didn't hear from him Monday. Didn't hear from him Tuesday. But I was talking to his mom on Tuesday. And his mom, I was like, how's he feeling? He's like, oh, she's like, oh, he's feeling better, but he's not 100% yet. She's like, he's not 100% yet, but he's feeling better. And I was like, okay, well, when he wakes up, can you have this is a dog blanket, I don't care. When he wakes up, can you have him message me? I want to talk to him because I wanted to go over some of the wedding plans and stuff. Because I wanted his opinion, and I wanted to know like roughly how many people were going on, his side, whatever stuff that I needed to know. So this is not helping. Oh fuck, it's not even helping at all. So she's like, sure. So I messaged her at 9:00 at night again. I was like, hey, is he up yet? And she's like, no, he's still sleeping. I was like, now that was a red flag for me because he has insomnia. He doesn't sleep that long. Like for as long as I've known him, which isn't long. He never slept that long. I mean, granted, he was sick, so maybe he like sleeps longer when he's sick. I don't fucking know. I don't even know if he was sick, honestly. So I was like, oh my god, my dumbass is like, oh my god, is he dead because he doesn't sleep that long? She read it and didn't respond. I was like, I don't blame you. That was kind of stupid. So the next day, I'm at work and I just get off lunch and I see that he's online, but he didn't read my messages. And I was like, oh, okay, you can fucking be online but not read my messages. You haven't talked to me since fucking Saturday. Okay. So I messaged him that. And then I erased it. And I checked my feed on Facebook because I was like, okay. Now, granted, the night before I had a dream that he died. And then his mom didn't even tell me personally that he died. She posted it on her feed, like on her profile, publicly for Facebook, instead of telling me personally first and then posting it. So supposedly, he died. I'm bawling my fucking eyes out. I'm like, is it true? What the fuck? She's like, yeah, he died of COVID. But he had the vaccine. And just the day before, literally just yesterday, you were like, oh, he's fine. He's just not 100% yet. He's a lot better, but he's not, he doesn't take days off. He's been working a lot, but he's better. But supposedly he died. So I'm fucking freaking the fuck out. I'm bawling my eyes out. I fall to my knees at work. They're like, what's wrong? And I told them. So I storm out of there. I'm crying while driving to my mom's house. I almost kill myself because like I'm like devastated. So stop. So I get to my mom's house and I'm just bawling. Like nobody can fucking hear what the fuck I'm saying. I'm just losing my fucking shit. So, and his mom was posting relationship shit right after she posted that he died. Another red flag. Only 4 people on his profile said something about him dying. Me, his mom, and 2 other people. Now, take me out of the equation. The other 3 people that posted, his mom and then the 2 other people, their post got comments, reacts. Mine, nothing. So his ex messages me. And she's like, oh my god, I heard that he died. We were together, but he wasn't asked me, but I still love him. I was like, well, we were engaged. She's like, yeah, we were gonna be too, but he left me. Bitch, like, what in your fucking right mind made you think that messaging me that? Like, why? Like, what was, oh, I'm here for you. Like, what made you say that? So come to find out, it's the one that he was telling me about that was like cheating on him while he was working. Was cheating on him with, on Snapchat and was trying to get with his brother. But his mom was posting relationship shit. Like she literally only said that one thing that Jace died, and then nothing else. Like she has never said anything since. So she's not answering my questions, and I don't blame her because she just lost her son. So I'm trying to get info from his brother. His brother knows nothing, which is weird because him and his brother were like this. They were like each other's only fucking friend. So his brother's not like, there was no funeral service because he got cremated on the spot because he had COVID. There was no obituary because she didn't want people on her mom's side to know that he died, but yet she posted it publicly on Facebook. So, and then somebody else messaged me from like when he worked at Circle K. So, and as of the last time I spoke with his brother, which was like a couple weeks ago, they still don't have the ashes. So, but I'll get to that. So at the time when I still thought he was dead, whatever. So my job was sitting there telling me, oh, your relationship wasn't valid because you guys weren't together long enough. So you shouldn't be mourning his death. You guys aren't even technically engaged. You only believe the lies, the lies that he was telling you and like the life that he painted for you. He could have had a whole secret life and planned that he could have been cheating on me. Basically just get the fuck over his death. We'll only apologize to you when you prove that he's dead and what he died of. So there was all that. I ended up leaving that job. Stop. So flash forward, was still messaging like his Facebook and his phone and Snapchat like not often, but like just if something popped in my head, whatever, because I wanted to keep it somewhat normal for me. Well, I think it was like the day of or the day after he died. All my messages on Facebook got read. So I went to his brother. I'm like, who has his phone? Like, who read the messages? And he's like, oh, mom did. I was like, great, your mom saw my nudes because I'm that type of girlfriend that will just send you random like naked pictures and naked videos and whatever during the day because I can. I was like, but that was like a red flag to me. Like, why would she need to read the messages? Like, why would she read the messages? It's none of her concern. Knowing like me and her son were engaged and like I would send videos, why would she? But okay. So he said that his brother said that Jason's phone was in his closet and like a lot, shut up and in his closet. So then flash forward to like, I think it was like 3 weeks after he died. At this point, like I don't miss him anymore. Because it's just like things aren't adding up. Things, shit wasn't adding up. So like my little ass was just like, okay, whatever. So then I messaged him on Snapchat, and then on a Wednesday, and on that Saturday, I'm on Snapchat talking to people, my friends, and I noticed that the arrow went from blue to gray. I was like, oh, okay. So, and it looks like he changed his Snap name, but I don't think you can do that. Let me see. But I don't think you can do that. Yeah, you can't change your username. So I was like, so I typed in what I thought his username used to be, because like it was always the same on everything. And it turns out he had a whole secret Snapchat. I found out he had a whole secret Facebook that I can't see, but like my roommate's mom could see because she showed me. And he had a whole secret job that I didn't fucking know about, courtesy of his brother telling me that he worked at Circle K the entire time that me and him were together, and that I didn't know about it. So there's three little whole secrets that I didn't know about. So I was unadded on Snapchat, because if he was dead, why would I get unadded? And then my messages got read on Facebook. Well, after that, I called. That was like a Saturday, so that Monday I called the town hall down there, because I'm like, okay, this is like, enough is enough. I'm tired of sitting here wondering if he is dead, if he's not dead. I need fucking answers. So I called the town hall down in Ohio, and there's no fucking death record for him. Like, they didn't say, oh, we can't give you that information until you prove who you are. None of that. They said, no, there's no fucking record of him whatsoever in our system. So that was my final straw. Like, I kept playing along to his brother that, like, I believe that he was dead, whatever, that I wasn't onto their bullshit. Because I was supposed to get some of his ashes in a t-shirt. Here it is. 2 months later, nothing. And his mom blocked me on fucking Facebook. His brother hasn't answered me in weeks, and he just reads my messages. Suspicious. Sus. So, and then just recently, my messages were read on Facebook. My messages from the 14th, the day he died, were read. And the day that I took the screenshot, it said 2 hours ago. So then I messaged him. This is when I messaged him, because I've had enough. Like, I took off that I was in a relationship with him on Facebook. I took off we're not friends anymore. I should have kept up we were friends, so that way I can freaking keep an eye on him. But so like I messaged him July 4th, and it was read. And then on the 29th, I was like, which was the 29th, which is the day that I found out that message was read. I was like, I don't know who's reading the messages, but I don't appreciate them being read. It's private stuff between me and Jace. And then on the 31st, because like at this point I had enough. I was like, look, I know you faked your death, and you're really fucking low for that. You could have easily dumped me. You had no problem doing it on my birthday. Have a good life, Jace. Thanks for hurting me and fucking me up and wasting my time. Peace. And then it hasn't been read since, but I care less. So I'm done. I'm really fucking done. Like, I don't care. I wish him all the best of fucking luck, I guess. And not my fucking problem anymore. I'm happier now, because I don't have to sit there and worry about what the fuck's going on, what's happening behind my back. Nothing. I'm not seeing somebody, like I'm talking to somebody, but like we're just friends with benefits. But I feel 10 times fucking happier. Like, I can just do what I want. It's great. But I just feel like it was just like a whole bunch of bullshit that you had to go through all this shit just to sit there and like get away from me. Like, you could have just easily broke up with me. You had no problem doing it on my birthday. Yeah. So that's just a whole bunch of bullshit that I've had to deal with. So the lesson I learned is don't get engaged to a 20-year-old in Ohio. Because like there was like good times, but the good time, like the bad times and like the shady shit outweighed the good times. Trust me. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. That's like my life update. Obviously I dyed my hair. I have a whole new job. My car's still a piece of shit. Nothing. My Etsy. I'll link my Etsy down below. I started an Etsy. I'm gonna add the wax melts that I made, but I never uploaded to it. And then I'm gonna start playing around with my Cricut and probably do like cart decals and stickers and shit eventually. But probably during the winter because like I don't really leave during the winter. I don't really have a lot planned for winter. So, but that's it. I'm probably gonna go back to bed because it's my last day off. So, bye guys.